So, as we all know, in less than a month, Tyson Fury will be defending his WBC heavyweight title against Dillian Whyte, his mandatory challenger. He has no choice but to fight Dillian Whyte if he wants to keep his WBC belt. Fight will be on the 23rd of April, April 23, 2022, live over at the Wembley Stadium in the UK, to be shown live for the UK fight fans on BT Sport box office pay-per-view, and for the United States of America, it will be shown live on ESPN pay-per-view. It's a fight I'm very much looking forward to. Can't wait to see Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury back inside the ring. It should be a big event in the UK. And as you guys can tell by the title of the video, for this fight between Fury and Whyte, there will be no UK judges. No UK judges in this fight. According to Michael Benson, who writes for Talksport.com, he recently tweeted about it, saying that there will be no UK judges as Fury requested. So Team Fury is the one that requested that the commission, the British Boxing Board of Control, will not put British judges in this fight after the Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor fight. Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor was a very controversial fight. A lot of people thought Jack Catterall won. I thought he won, but in the end, the judges, who are British judges, gave the fight to Josh Taylor. So yeah, they've decided to hire judges they decided to get judges from different countries. Guido Cavalieri from Italy, Robert Taper from Canada, and Juan Carlos Pelayo from Mexico. So, but the referee will be a Brit. Mark Lyson will be the referee. I'm gonna be honest, man. Right now, I'm not really too concerned about who the officials are. I'm more concerned of what the undercard is looking for this fight. Because right now, we are if I'm doing my math right, 18 days. Because it's the 5th right now at the time I'm making this video, April 5. So we are 18 days away from the fight, but yet the undercard has not been announced. At least at the time I'm making this video. So I'm more concerned about the undercard. Like, where's the undercard, bro? Come on, Mr. Frank Warren. What's going on? Where's the undercard? Oh man, because I plan to buy this and I want there to be an undercard. But anyway, if you are wondering who these judges are or the referee is, a simple Google search will do. Just search up Mark Lyson, and you could search up their box rec of fights that they've officiated. And Mark Lyson is an okay judge. I can't recall, looking at his recent fights, Sky Nicholson versus Beck Connolly. I don't remember anything bad from that fight. He was the Felix Cash versus Magomed Madiev fight. He handled that pretty good from what I remember. Eubank versus Liam Williams. I think he's done a good job. He's, at least to my knowledge, Mark Lyson. So I think he should be fine officiating this fight between Fury and Whyte. Because some referees, they take over to the point where they're like the main attraction of the fight, and they control the fight too much. And you know who they are. Like, if you see who they are, you recognize them. And to me, at least in the top of my head, Mark Lyson as a referee, I don't have any complaints that I can think of. As for the judges, let's look at Guido Cavalieri. So Guido Cavalieri is from Italy. What's a fight that he went the distance in that I recognize that he scored? I mean, he's judged a lot of fights in the UK, Spain, Switzerland, Italy. So he judged the Luka versus Gamaliya fight. Gamaliya won that fight, and Guido scored it 116-112 in favor of Yafai, and rightfully so. What other fights do I recognize him in? Chris Algieri, Tommy Coyle. He had Chris Algieri winning. Yep, that sounds good to me. Josh Kelly versus Ray Robinson. He had it a draw. Yeah, it was a very close fight. I thought Ray arguably won that fight. But it was close though, so he had it close. No, actually, he had Josh Kelly win that fight. But like I said, it was a close fight. Uh, Shields versus Hammer. He had Shields winning, and rightfully so. So this guy, Cavallari, no problem in my opinion. Let's look at Robert Taper. How's this guy's coaching? I mean, how this guy judges some of his recent fights. This is him from Canada, and some of his recent fights. He scored the Felix Cash versus Magomed fight, and he had Felix Cash winning that one. That was a close fight from what I remember. 95, 92. No issues with that one. Oh, here we go. He had one Tyson Fury one. He scored it for Tyson Fury for the first fight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So he had the Tyson Fury scorecard. So that tells me that chances are he will most likely score in favor of Tyson Fury. But then again, I thought Tyson Fury won that fight to begin with, so he scored it right, in my opinion. So that's a good choice. He also scored the Usyk versus Bradis fight. He had it in favor of Usyk, and rightfully so. I thought Usyk won that fight. So yeah, some of his recent fights, which actually he took a long layoff after the Fury Wilder fight, and he only scored one fight since then. So Taper, I have no issues with. Looking at his recent fights that he scored, I have no issues with those, and he scored some big fights. So let's look at Juan Carlos Pelayo. I guess it's a common name, so let's try to go box rec. All right, so from Mexico. Looking at his recent fights, what's a fight I recognize? The Morris Hooker one, but that ended with a TKO. He had Ramirez winning that one, and rightfully so. Who do I recognize? I mean, there are fights I recognize, but they all ended with a TKO. Oh, let's look at the Bradis fight. He had Bradis winning 116-110. Can't remember that fight. I know Bradis won that one, but I don't know if it was close or not. So he had the Campbell Argenis Mendez fight. He scored that one 117-110, wider compared to the other judges. Yamanaka versus Solis. He scored that fight in favor of Yamanaka. Okay. Alright. Wilder Molina, well, that ended with knockout. So yeah, I mean, looks like the judges are actually not so bad. The judges they chose, looks like they did their job in choosing some good judges here. So it should be good. I think chances are this fight won't end up being controversial in the end when it comes to scoring, but there's a very good chance it will end by knockout anyway. So yeah. But we'll see, man. We'll see how this one will play out. I'm just hoping that they announce the undercard, and I'm just hoping it actually does happen. There's some people out there who are saying that it's actually not gonna happen, but I think it will. I think it's gonna happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.